So I alluded to Ardmore in a sort of smart alecky way, but do we have any reason to think that it's going to be any less contentious or less politicized this time, Mr. Solomons?
I don't think it'll be quite as contentious. I mean, I think we can make a quorum, if they,
right,
if some folks want to.
The vote totals are a little different this time.
Yeah, they're a little
they?
different this time.
Right. Are you hearing, Mr. Seliger, from the Democrats in the Senate, any anxiety about the outcome of this, or are they convinced that with you in charge on that side, Mr. Solomons, it's all going to be done fairly?
After all these years of going through a process that has been devoid of politics and partisanship, I don't think they have anything more to worry about with me than
right, no politics whatsoever.
Than they have previously. No, but the dialogue is ongoing and it's amiable at this point, and it's going to be a pretty productive process, I think.
Is the philosophical basis for the decisions that you all will arrive at entirely the numbers? Is it entirely math? There are people who have said over the years, we ought to depoliticize redistricting as if that's possible, and they include everybody from James Baker to Jerry Patterson, who've said maybe we ought to take the process of redrawing these maps out of the hands of politicians and put them in the hands of technocrats. What do you think about that?
We ought to take the calories out of fried chicken, too. But
not entirely possible.
Right. If you read the book, Bickerstaff's book, Lines in the Sand.
We happen to have the author in the house.
Oh, good. Thanks for the book.
We should have done a book signing, possibly.
One of the key points that he makes very early on, and going back to '71, which I guess was the first cycle after the Voter Rights Act was passed, that politics and partisanship have played a big role in '71 and '81 and '91 and 2001. There's nothing new going there. There's an entirely different dynamic than there was in 2003 and 2001, and we're trying to do it as any other bill that in the Senate is going to require some votes from Republicans and Democrats.
Right. And the change, Mr. Solomons, that Mr. Seliger refers to is at least partly the numbers. You didn't have 101 Republicans in the House previously. You all can pretty much do whatever you want. The question is whether you choose to do it without the Democrats' consent, right?
Yeah, but that's not what the attitude I think I'm taking or the committee is taking.
Explain, please.
We're methodically going through this process, and it is very much a numbers game. You've got a lot of politics, but at the end of the day, when we're looking at the Texas House map, for example, at this point in our part, we're looking at member-driven map. So I'm trying to get as much input. I guarantee you, at the end of the day, I may get a lot of no votes for political reasons, but a lot of members will like their districts, although some members just may not. But I'm trying to take as much of that out of as I can in developing the map.